All right, we're back for another update. This is the month 10 update for Project Icarus. It's the domain that I'm working on in partnership with Otis Global.
Project Icarus.
So I got to tell you, September and October have been challenging. It's really hard to set goals earlier in the year or basically at any time and then just watch what is happening as Google is adjusting this and adjusting that. Throughout the year, I have made various plans for this site and have felt like it's a good time to be cautious. Now, I've definitely talked a lot about staying the course, and that continues to be the plan. But at this point, staying the course doesn't mean a heavy investment financially in any of my projects. So instead, I'm mostly investing my time. I'm also really starting to look at and think about video and just finding other ways to make the shift to incorporating or adding video either to this project or to others in my portfolio. The initial purpose of this project was to get some experience with an aged domain. And the hard part about 2022 is it's really difficult to compare what's happening right now to any of the years previous because I don't think that what's happening right now has ever really happened in our space. And at this point, I don't really know if any conclusions I draw about the value of an aged domain or this domain in particular, if that is even worthwhile. Instead, what I've put on the screen are the analytics shots from my Mega site, which I started in 2021, my Fight site, which I also started in 2021, and the Otis Global case study. And these are the year-to-date graphs. My takeaways are this. First, it's really important to zoom out and look at graphs from the 10,000 foot mark, because in the day-to-day, looking at what happened today compared to yesterday or last week, usually isn't really indicative of the overall success of the project. So I have definitely felt depressed or demotivated or very unexcited about what has been going on lately. When you look out at this graph from the 10,000 foot mark, it doesn't feel quite so bad. And looking specifically at the Otis Global domain just looks really normal. The updates have definitely influenced the domain, but overall just not that much, which I suppose in itself says something about the potential value of using an aged domain. This is my Google Sheets spreadsheet that tracks the traffic and earnings. September and October are pretty similar, and you can see that the earnings with Ezoic are also pretty close to September. The EPMV for the last 30 days is just slightly lower than it was in September, but not that much. I'm also test driving Ezoic's Humix on this site, but I think it's important to give it an honest test drive and really do a lot with it before coming back and giving you any opinions about it, like with some actual data. So what's the plan? As I said before, and I'll say again, the plan is to stay the course. I'm watching this domain carefully. And when things seem to settle out, I'm planning on putting my time and my money into the project that looks the most stable. And it might be this one. Overall, I feel pretty good and pretty happy about how it has just managed to ride all of the waves of what's been going on this year. I feel really good about its potential. But anything could happen in a month.